Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George Schlacek and I am
the one and only.
This video is about urban cycling and a dilemma most cyclists find themselves in, at least on occasion. Riding your bicycle on the sidewalk is illegal in many cities, as it is here in Edmonton. Unfortunately, Edmonton does not really have a very good network of safe cycling infrastructure. According to Alberta's Highway Traffic Act, a person who is operating a cycle on a highway has all the rights and is subject to all the duties of a person driving a motor vehicle. Do you see a problem with that? Well, I do. Number one, cyclists are vulnerable. They lack the protection the body of a car gives everyone else on the road. They also cannot travel at the same speed as motorized vehicles, nor can they accelerate as fast. Bicycles also rely on motion to remain upright. Those limitations can make riding bicycles on certain roadways risky. A cycling network is currently being expanded by our city, where according to the relatively new bike plan, people are invited to bike for all reasons in all seasons. It specifically says that all seasons acknowledges some people continue to ride their bikes through the winter, so the bike network needs to be designed to be used year-round. Unfortunately, the big bike plan has been put on hold because of the current pandemic. This is serious because those of us who rely on their bicycles for transportation remain at greater risk at a time when hospitals are already at full capacity dealing with unprecedented challenges. As a result, cyclists can find themselves navigating roads that are impossible to ride on because snow removal in the city is not happening or even possible in most neighborhoods. As a way to cope with the situation, many cyclists will, at least on occasion, use sidewalks to ride on. This, as mentioned before, is illegal. There are certain exceptions though. Number one, the sidewalk is a designated bicycle path, such as a shared use path or shared use sidewalk. Or number two, and you're gonna love this, the bicycle has a wheel diameter of less than 50 centimeters. Exception number two targets kids' bikes because the city seems to care more about children's safety than everyone else's. However, this is also why drug dealers are usually getting around on BMX bikes with very small wheels and on the sidewalks. As a year-round cyclist, I know that in the winter, cycling on the sidewalk is sometimes the only way to cycle. A few years back, I had to pay a $100 fine because some not-so-friendly cops decided to enforce the bylaw. They did so by cutting in front of my bike with their 3,000-pound police cruiser onto the sidewalk to stop me. Safety first, right? Now it's time to take you along on a ride I do regularly in the city. You will see some spots where riding the sidewalk is the only option. I'm actually heading to Coffee Outside, which is our outdoor coffee club for Friday morning. I don't know how many people are going to be there because we're in a pandemic and a public health emergency. We're restricted to 10. Here's the first instance where I'm going to choose the sidewalk over the road because when you look at the road here, I can't ride in this, see? So I'm riding on the sidewalk. It's illegal. Here's another situation where my bike trail ends at a pedestrian crossing, and once I cross this street, which is 82nd Street, very busy one in Edmonton, I will be on the sidewalk for about, I would say that's about 200 feet, I don't know. but it's illegal. Just to make sure this video isn't only about complaining. Here is a beautiful view of the downtown skyline early in the morning before sunrise. And you can see how beautiful this looks. Mind you, I'm risking my neck here because I am riding on an icy trail, which is called a multi-use trail, with one hand on the handlebars. But I just wanted to share the beauty of this in the morning. See, this trail is not well maintained. We have a pandemic going on and they're warning people against taking chances and stuff. So should I be riding here at all? I don't know, but perhaps the city should take part of the responsibility and fulfill their obligation of clearing these trails. Okay, over there's an overpass. I just crossed that. It is not officially the bike path, but it is kind of where everybody rides. So then I come down along this fence on the gravel trail, and there you go. Guess where I am now? You guessed it. I'm on the sidewalk, and over there it ends, and I'm going to go on the street, but it is less than safe for me, and the only reason I can do it here sort of safe most of the time is because there's very little traffic on 105th Street. I am lucky enough to have a dedicated multi-use lane, which is also dedicated for bicycles. Designated. Let's see what shape it's in. And from what I can see here, it is absolutely fantastic. I wish they were all like this. Here's another situation where there really is a bike lane on the other side, but from where I am it is very difficult to get there, so I will be choosing the road or that sidewalk over there. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, see, there's a sidewalk. It is clear, it is perfect, and there's this road here that is it's okay, I guess. It's a little icy. Since I'm here by myself, I might as well introduce you to Ezio Ferroni. He was an Edmonton police officer who was killed in the line of duty back in the 1990s. And this park, which is a beautiful park, it's got a nice view of the Edmonton River Valley, was named after him. There you can still see the sunrise in behind the trees there. Across from here is the legislature building. It was built in 1912. Still looks like new. I didn't meet any cyclists here this morning, as I was hoping. I was actually hoping to ask some fellow cyclists if they too had used the sidewalk at any point in their ride to get to this place. I'll show you on my way home the sidewalks that I have to use in order to keep moving, just to keep moving on my bike. And I'm going to take a different route home. I am now on a designated multi-use trail, and luckily this time of morning, during COVID I guess, nobody is out here. So despite the ice, I have a pretty safe ride because it's for the most part clear.
What you see is Edmonton's Walterdale Bridge and the skyline behind it. It's quite beautiful. And of course the trail, which is right now not so beautiful because it hasn't been cleared properly. Ended up at the shore of the North Saskatchewan River just to take a brief moment and admire these ice shapes. See, the river is no longer flowing. Eventually, once we get into January and February, this is going to be a permanent state, rock solid at that point. Right now, I wouldn't step on it. Looks like I have to take the stairs to get up there. It makes me sad. Yeah. It's every time, it seems so often like they break this.
It happens, it's not pretty much.
Alright, thanks guys. See, this is where I would have come out. I would come out of here. And then it ends me up on the sidewalk. And to get on the road here, it's kind of dangerous because there's vehicles coming around the curve and they can't necessarily see me. And not everybody's going slow as a bus. So I'm gonna hop on here and try to make my way through this regardless. From here on, I'll actually go on the road. See? My turn. Then I have to be extremely careful here. Once again, I'll be choosing the illegal path because there's just not much room on these lanes. Now I am at Churchill Square and I just discovered that there's a Christmas decoration already up, even though we're still in November. And there is City Hall. At this point, I am getting on official bicycle path. Hello. It's not the greatest, obviously, but I can ride here quite well. Here's a spot where I want to stop and make a comment. See, I got the road to choose from. I got the bicycle path, which is in terrible shape, so the road would definitely be safer. But however, the sidewalk is totally clear. I'm not allowed there. I guess it's the road then. I'm on a multi-use trail and I got a stop sign here. And as you can see, the trail continues over on the other side. However, there's no way for me to get across here safely. What I have to do here is I have to turn onto the sidewalk, which I'm probably supposed to be doing walking, but I refuse to comply with that. Think about it, whatever. And now I have to cross right here. I'm off my bike now. And right now I can cross here safely. If it wasn't for the camera, I could have probably ridden across here. But it's definitely not a safe crossing. There's no lights here or anything. And drivers get distracted by the light that belongs to the LRT, to the train. Here's another spot I wanted to show you. See, I have the choice again between this road, which has a lot of brown snow on it, which is totally unstable. I'll be spinning my wheels there. And then I have the sidewalk, which is partially cleared. And what's more is once I get to the end of this little street, there's a stop sign. Can you see that over there? Then I have to cross a busy avenue. And there's a light there, but it's on the same side as the sidewalk. So guess what I'm gonna do? Yeah. Now I'm going to show you the sidewalk that got me a $100 ticket several years ago. Risking a ticket here just for the purpose of showing this. But this sidewalk, further on down the road, it is over 3 meters wide. It was just about here I got stopped for the first time, and I got stopped the second time because I thought I could get away with riding this last little stretch. Maybe stupid on my part, but just up there is where I got stopped again. But see, the width of this sidewalk makes it totally safe to ride here by myself. And it also makes it safe to ride here when a few people are on here. See how busy this avenue is? I can get killed there when the road conditions are bad. That is why I sometimes choose a sidewalk, because my safety goes above the rules or complying with some bylaw. Just in case there's anybody who still doesn't understand why I choose to ride the sidewalk once in a while, just have a look at this street and what kind of stuff is on it. Then have a look at the sidewalk that I'm riding on right now, which I feel fairly safe on. It's not my first choice, but my safety is my first choice, and therefore I am here. It's a tough ride no matter where you go in the winter, especially after a snowfall. And the snowfall has been days ago. But see, now I'm facing another problem here. Have a look. My sidewalk ends, and there is the same kind of street that I'm just trying to get away from. Pushing the bike now, that's the only thing I can do. Pushing the bike is never my first choice, but here it is the only one. Hi, cat. You wanna tell me what you think about these sidewalks? No? Oh well. Never mind. Have a nice day. And so in this street, the sidewalk right here where I'm on right now is the only place I can ride my bike. So if anybody has a problem with that, especially since there's nobody really here to have a problem, leave me a comment and we'll discuss it.
Well, that's it. Riding your bicycle on the sidewalk is sometimes the safest option. I've done some more digging and have found the following statement in the city's guidelines. Riding a bike on sidewalks makes sidewalks unsafe for people riding bikes and for people walking. They also cite the Ontario Traffic Manual, another province 3,000 kilometers away, and add that this is in part
because people riding bikes travel at much higher speeds than pedestrians. Yet they cannot change their direction or speed as quickly as a pedestrian can.
None of this makes sense if we all just keep one thing in mind. Watch out for each other. We can safely ride bikes on a sidewalk if we give pedestrians the right of way and adjust our speed to the conditions. Bicycles come with brakes, by the way. They can change their speed much quicker than a pedestrian can, at least here in Alberta. For more cycling related content, subscribe to my channel. It's always free, and hit the like button while you're at it. Boop!